What's up, everybody? I want to do a video today on this new event we have called Forsaken Temple. I was meaning to do one on Buccaneer Bounty, and I still probably will do it because I did some math on that, and I think it's pretty interesting. But for this one in particular, this is the newest event we have. It just came out today. And the question is it worth investing? So when we get down to the nitty-gritty of these events, the real question comes down to our ultimate goal, which is to increase our percentages, right? Nothing else matters in this game as far as power is concerned, except for those percentages when you're doing a rally or doing a beast or whatever the case might be. And so that is our ultimate goal in this, is to increase our percentages. It doesn't matter what color your gear is. It doesn't matter how many charms you have. It doesn't matter any of these other things. Percentages are what it comes down to. So the question is this an event worth investing in? So first, let's go over what the event is itself. There's a few things we got going on here, but this is the main one that we have that gets us rewards. So what we do is we roll a dice and we start going around this little board. And every time we hit this right here, we get a little extra bonuses. But each of these go from gray to green to blue, and I'm sure they go to purple, and I'm sure they go to gold after that. If you go to these on here, you're guaranteed to get coins. But generally speaking, you're going to get like between 80, a large percentage, maybe 80 to 240, right? And then the rest is like a small percentage getting 1,200. The question marks, you've got this dice thing that you get, but mainly what you're shooting for is this 2,500. You got a 0.5% chance of getting 2,500 adventure coins. So that is primarily what we're talking about here. Now, as you go through these, each time you hit one of these, the number goes up, and then when you get to 3 out of 3, it's going to go to this blue. So the rewards also increase as you go up. So here you've got, your best reward you're ever going to get in this is like a 4% chance of getting 6 forge hammers. Over here, you go to the next level, and it's essentially the same thing. So you get more of these marks. You get more of these like enhancement XPs or whatever, but generally speaking, you're not doing a huge increase in value as you spin around this more and more. The cost of going around these, I actually did quite a bit on this. I went up to 20 to see what the deal was. Is not that great. I think you get essentially 2 at the earlier stages. Like, this is one of those things where as you progress higher and higher and spend more and more, you get less and less in return, right? So at the $1 and $3 range, I think you get essentially like about 2 rolls of the dice for each dollar that you spend, okay? So looking at this, that is the setup for it. You can see that here you get a few extra points at every milestone you reach. But again, you're just getting like some points here and everything like this. Now let's look at what you get out of this. What you get out of this in the shop itself is these various things you can buy. One notable thing, there's no mithril. So that is what it is. I was hoping for mithril. We don't have any. I will say that this right here, this skin we get, this is an amazing skin. Like, this is the most beautiful skin I've seen in this game at all. I really, really wanted it. I saw it was available like before this game came out, and I was hoping we'd have like the old school events where it's like the top 10 get it. And that way you don't have to necessarily spend money. You can do like spending gems or whatever this case might be and have a shot at getting it, right? Not how it is in this event and not how it was in the last event. This one, you have to spend 35,000 of these, what are they, coins? Adventure coins. And let's do some quick math on this and figure out what this actually means for real life spending, right? So here we get, for 11 coins, you get 1 true gold, all right? And what we know about true gold is that at your very best deal you're going to get on true gold, let me just show you right now, is you're going to get 66 true gold for $5, right? And so we can take that and calculate what the value is of the true gold, or what the value is of this Forsaken Temple. That will then give us the value of what this skin costs. All right. So where am I? Here we go. Okay. So if we take 66 true gold times 11, we get 726. Then we divide that by 5, and that gives us 145.2 what are they called? Adventure coins for $1. All right, so let's take that and do 35,000 divided by 145.2, and that gives us a total of $241.05. That is insane. So what are we getting for our $241.05? we are getting a 2% squad attack. Now, from my own experience, this is obviously going to go up and down depending on how lucky you are. I spent $35 yesterday, and I got about 3,500 coins. So that puts it more like $350 for this skin right here. And for that, we get the 2% squad attack. So this is a beautiful skin. I would love to have it, but I do not want to spend insane amount of money on that. So for me, I don't think this is worth it. But what is worth it? This right here. I believe this is like 1,075 or something, 1,700 or something. It's very, very cheap comparatively. And you're getting 1.5% squad defense. So that is well worth it. Also, this mythic shard was pretty cheap, 75 each. So this is pretty much what I'm going to be focusing on. And then when I have extra, I don't know what I'll spend on one of these things. Maybe I'll do it on Artisan Vision or something like that. Doesn't really matter. But the point is that I think these skins are incredibly overpriced. And so to make a kind of like an educated choice on what you want to do with your money and your investment, that is what the cost is for that. So I don't think it's worth it for that. But I do think it's worth it for this frame, which is 1.5 for, you know, what does that come out to in these kind of things? Maybe $10, and that's a really good deal. And for the rest of it. Now, with that being said, there are some good things about this that are really worthwhile. In particular, it's these. I love these games. And these games are the ones that will eventually get you, if it's the same price as always, it's going to get you 100 true gold. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, and then they go up to these like 36 on top of that, and then you get 40 on top of that. So yeah, you get about like 100 true gold out of that. And you're getting mythic shards and all that kind of good stuff. The other thing that interests me about this is this, I don't believe this one had the building upgrade that most of them had before. So that's actually kind of cool, because if you're getting close to being maxed out or you are maxed out, you can still get the 100 gems. If you don't, you're going to miss out about almost 50 of those, you know, maybe more. So that was a good thing to complete there. And you can see here, like, it's a really good deal. You know, this is a great event to do to get the true gold. But as far as this game is concerned, I don't think it's a very good game. I think you have to spend copious amounts of money, and all these rewards you get on the way are not that great. I mean, 2 XP is like, that's almost nothing. 4 Forge Hammers is almost nothing. 6 Forge Hammers is almost nothing, you know? So you're getting very little value out of this board game. So I think it's overall a pretty bad game, and I definitely would invest in it, although I will say, once again, that this skin is just gorgeous. I love it. Love it to death. Wish I could have it, but I am not going to unless I get super lucky and just hit that 2,500 each time. There's another one here that's like cheaper. You get the same squad attack, 0.2%, but again, you're still looking at like buku bucks, and it's just not, I don't think it's worth it. I think you can get more percentage, cheaper areas, you know? There will likely also be an island decoration that pops up, and those are usually, I think, like $10 or $5 or something. Definitely worth the money. Buy that. But yeah, that's kind of my summation about this event itself. Overall, not worth it. All right, anyways, hope you guys find that useful, and I still intend to do another video on Buccaneers bounties so you can guys understand how to get those widgets for really, really cheap. All right, thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye.